All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm live right now from Germany. My name is hau5test, and today I'm going to run for you Metal Gear MSX. Well, not exactly this version. This is an NAS version, but we're going to play the version that came with Metal Gear Solid 3 on PS2, and that's why you see Metal Gear Solid 3 right now on the screen. So we are quickly changing the game up, going into Metal Gear, and then it's time for easy any percent. And there we go. This is the MSX intro. We're going to play this on easy, and if the countdown's ready, we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, everyone. In case you don't know, this is the Metal Gear version that, again, was ported to PlayStation 2 later with Metal Gear Solid 3. It's the first game in the series from 1987 and was the debut of Hideo Kojima with his tactical espionage action game mode. It's a classic 2D game. I really love it. It has a great soundtrack, and we are going to doing this roughly 20-ish minutes. We have 3 buildings that we need to get through, and for that, especially the first one, that's the biggest one, we have to do a lot of work. Since we're at RNG-A-Thon, I also want to go a little bit into the details of the RNG-ness of this run, though this is only coming in when we have guards actually facing us. We are trying to get as many rations as we can. That will be 6, and then we'll make our way up to the big first floor. The game has also a checkpoint system, which will be always at the elevators, so thankfully if something goes wrong we can just reset at that, but ideally we go through without any issues. And there we go, we got 6 rations. Actually went 1 more than I needed. We have our card 1 out, and then it's time to go up. Thankfully, all of these guards are very calculated. They don't matter, but as soon as we are going into an alert mode, all of the guards will walk in random patterns. And that can be either advantageous for us or not. Especially in Metal Gear MSX, we want to keep all rations, close to us and don't lose health. And we see that coming in right now because these cameras give us a floor-wide alert. And for example, this guard shot me right now. And it's bad. If you're getting shot, that's the most damage the guards can do to you. And if you touch them only, that's a little bit better. Ideally, you don't even touch them, but that's just really depending again on our luck. In this gas room, I'm just gonna quickly switch over to a ration here, doesn't matter too much. Just gonna go through like this. There's a gas mask early on, but we don't need that necessarily. And oh my god, there's a shot coming that way. That one shot could already kill us and would put us back to the elevator. This room is the biggest room of the entire run. So we need to go all the way around here on the first floor. I'm already having my rations on just to be sure. But thankfully so far, no mistake has happened yet. So this is our death battle friend. He's a friend, despite him being able to kill us with just 1 touch. And I'll explain that when we get to his brother in the second building. Right now I'm just gonna make my way through here. We have automatically used another ration here, so we're down to 4 only. And we need to get here to grab the second card. That's all the cards we need right now for this floor. Unfortunately, unlike in the sequel, all the cards in here are singular. You need to switch back and forth to them, and if you don't know the doors and which card is getting opened with what key, you need to flip through all of them. Thankfully, of course, as speedrunners, we know exactly what we need. But I'm really happy that, especially later in the sequels, cards were basically just a story item you've been given, and that basically don't matter for the menuing. In the original here, every single card needs to be menued too. So for example, like here, quickly switching over to number 2. Alright, so I said health management is important. You can see I'm really low right now, and I sadly have to pop now another ration, bring us down to 2 from the initial 6 we just had like 2 minutes ago. And that is not ideal right now. If we had really good luck, we would have kept that third one on. Oops, and I forget to change the keys. Because here's the thing, every time when we save a hostage, our rank will go up. Well, not for every hostage, but for every 5th. We're currently on 4, and if we were able to get out of this floor, which again is the longest one, we will reset all the way back again if we were to die here. That isn't good. So the next hostage that we're going to touch is going to rank us up finally, and each rank up comes with a little bit more health and more, of course, also ammo that we can use. And in order to beat the final boss, we need to be rank 4, so we need to save all the hostages that we can. And there we go. finally done with this floor. This is the hardest floor of the game, especially if you want to go for top times. And the thing that really makes the difference here are guards and their patterns when they randomly walk around. All right, there we go. This is rank 2 now. Our health has already increased a little bit, and we can also already use much more ammo. There's one more hostage that we need to save here, and then we get ready to get out of here. And of course, you know, Metal Gear, that's a series where also boss fights are very important. Everyone remembers, for example, from Metal Gear Solid, Mantis, or the boss of Metal Gear Solid 3. Well, Metal Gear MSX also already had boss fights, even here. We are about to do 2 of the many that are on offer. The game is really interesting how it was programmed and how it does check for your progress. And it's really only the door keys that you need, nothing else, so we can literally walk past bosses. So, here's the first one, Shotmaker. Say hello everyone to Shotmaker. And I'm gonna ignore now. I'm gonna grab my stuff quickly, get rid of this marker, so we're not getting tracked, and we're gonna grab a little bit of ammunition. This is our level 3 card that we need in just a moment. And thankfully, ammo respawns instantly here. So we just go up and down, grab that 5 times, and then we're ready to go. And yeah, just asking, I thought this was a stealth game. Well, technically it is. And especially, of course, if you want to go for that big boss rank, you want to punch each of these guards to knock them out and just bypass them without an alert. We don't do that here. And I definitely grabbed way too much ammo there because I didn't count along. Doesn't matter too much, just better be safe than sorry, especially here at RNG-A-Thon. So, we're coming now to a more relaxed part of the game. As I said earlier, this boss and many of these bosses really don't matter. You can literally just walk past them. You don't need to fight them at all, especially on easy here. And this helps us, of course, to getting along much faster. In this maze, you will need to knock along these walls, punch them basically, just like in Minecraft, I guess, to find out which of these walls are brittle, so we can explode them open. And in this library, there are 2 items that we definitely need in order to progress further. First one being the blast suit, which will basically keep us on the floor. We have to go to a rooftop later, and without that, we'll be blown away. So thankfully, with that blast suit, we can move on for that. But there's one more item, actually, and that is the enemy uniform. So just like we can do this in Metal Gear Solid 3, for example, you know, the game where this was also included in, we can also change our uniform and move past the enemies. Alright, if we have any donations, feel free to read them. And if not, everyone, we're supporting the AB Gamers charity. If you have your dime left, send them their way. Definitely a worthy cause. Alright, there's a uniform that we have, and now we can move on past this stage. Again, if you think the enemies are tough, thankfully the dogs here are all the good boys, you know. Even if they touch us constantly, they barely do any damage. They just want to snuggle. They are all good boys. Moving on to the next floor, where we need our next boss fight. But before we get there, we have to walk a little bit. On this floor specifically, we grab an alert early again. And this is also where, again, also the RNG factor comes in. All these guards are randomized. You can be lucky that they don't touch you at all. Even if they shoot you, sometimes bullets can miss. This guard was specifically going out of his way to shoot us here, and we're almost dead. So this would have almost set me back to the elevator again. So I definitely need to heal up now. We're down to only 1 ration. That's fine though, that's all good, calculated. There we go. That is Machine Gun Kit. Say hello, everyone. He's a good boy. He lets us just pass. If this was a Zelda game, we would definitely need to fight him. But this is Metal Gear. It doesn't matter for us. We literally just grab the important item and move on. So bye, Machine Gun Kit. Nice guy. There's only one more thing left for us here to do, and that is grab another hostage here. And then we're out of this level. We're going all the way to the top. But not without going to grab an alert first. This guard shot me, unfortunately. Again, if they touch you, that's way better. The iframe duration is the same. So I'm gonna, blast suit, switch over here, and also get the grenade launcher. And now we actually have to fight a boss. Because that boss we literally cannot walk past. You'll see when we get there. First off, again here, this is the top floor. There's a lot of wind. If we don't have that blast suit, we've been just blown away. So thankfully, with all the items equipped and definitely enough ammunition, we can just walk over these bridges, which are very shaky. I do not like that, but don't worry, it's all good. Snake definitely walks on many paths. Oops, there we go. And I already prepare for what's come after this. Well, but first, we have to do the boss fight here. This is the hind of this level. And as you can see, we literally cannot walk past him. We need to destroy that one. And that will be done with just 16 grenades from the grenade launcher. Super easy. Just stand in this corner specifically, and you can't get hit at all. And there you go, that's it. And that's finally the end of the first building. We're roughly at the 50% mark of this run already. If you forget to equip the parachute here, you will die after this. Thankfully, I got it all in memory. As a preparation for this marathon, I also got a brand new PB. This game is timed both in RTA and in IGT. RTA being the more, being the more interesting category. I ran into trouble now. So there's a little mine right on that truck. You can walk past it when you come from top. But if you come out of the truck, you cannot move past this bomb without getting hit. Sadly, I went inside the truck again, and then I had just too little health left. Oh well, doesn't matter too much, because here's the thing, I know exactly where another set of rations is for the next boss fight that we do. So, as we also saw earlier, we had another level up. Whoops, that was not the perfect line, doesn't matter too much for me. Alright, so we were at 0 rations. This is what I meant. Sometimes it's not just even the guard RNG, sometimes it's just myself messing up. So we can grab again a lot more rations here. I'm gonna grab 3, that should be more than enough to get done with the next half of the game. And you can always see like, oh, we're being attacked. Who's that? Who's shooting us? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the tank fight. And that is a nasty boss. I mean, unless you just walk past him. So we have a very long iframe duration here, and literally we're being shot by the tank and just walk past him. It can be tricky if the tank moves back, but thankfully he didn't, so for us it just means we just move on. Yes, I have my own RNG, you're right about that. Alright, there's another boss fight here that we literally can't move past here. It's a bulldozer. Just shoot him with 8 grenades from a grenade launcher, and see, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. One of these grenades did not hit fully, so we get set back to the checkpoint. Thankfully, in this building, this is literally when we enter the building, so it's not that much of a time loss. Shouldn't be happening, but I mean, this morning it happened. There, go do it again. And now it's done. There we go. Yes, the IKEA bulldozer, we love to call him. Super cute. And very deadly. Instantly dead. His iframes, not his iframes, his damage one stays even longer than you think. And if you are really tight on time and you want to save everything, you want to move up too early, well, that's a bad day for you, because it can happen that you still die from the bulldozer. Alright, we're gonna grab this antenna. Now we can actually call our people again. There's some electronic noise here that doesn't allow us to get caught, and I might take even more damage left and right. I don't like this, because here's the next thing why I submitted this game to RNG-A-Thon. The next roof, basically, that is called the Hell Roof in our community. Why is it called Hell Roof? Well, we have to go through a lot of guards. This is a forced on alert that we have to take, and they do a lot of damage to us. You can already tell my health is rather low, so I instantly here right now, I don't want to risk it. And I'm on the wrong gun. Oopsie, there we go, number 2. And we also have to get busy. We have to grab more hostages, we have to grab more door keys, we need all of these. There you go. All of these guards are very keen on stopping us, and you will see my health being drained a lot here. I got lucky I evaded this one. But this is not all. There's also now flying guards. Yes, they fly around, and if they touch you and shoot you, they do just as much damage as the others. But on top of that, they're also very fast and very annoying, trust me. It can happen that you need 2 rations on this level alone. Thankfully, as it looks like, we are getting through here in a decent amount of time. And there we go. Sometimes you want to touch just enemies, so you have your iframes immediately. in a sense, we were doing all right. It's all good. Going down all the way to the bottom. Past these good boys. And now we go back again into another set of maze and gas chamber. So again, we don't have the gas mask. This is why we need all these extra rations. Quickly going over here. This is the final bomb that we picked up. Exactly the one that we need. And you can see here in these rooms, our health is being drained so fast. So having that extra ration there definitely is a lot of comfort for me. There we go. Just grab this hostage. Get out of here. Almost die. Use up the ration, and there we go. And then we're gonna talk to Dr. Matna, which... Oh no, wait! It's a trap! What the hell? It was a fake one! Well, good thing I knew that, or else we would have gone all the way back again to the elevator. Alright, let's get out of here. Card 6 equipped. One last step, and there's yet another boss fight happening. There's a fire trooper, and you know what the deal is. Just like anyone else, just move past him. Come on. It's not that difficult. It was a trap, yes. Even back in the original game, been a lot of traps and bait and switches. What you can do, for example, here you can punch these guys. You can see he was still standing there, but it doesn't matter for us. All right, here's the level where the brats are. The brats are the only boss that you need to kill because they drop a door key. All the other bosses are just optional unless you have one that you literally can't walk past, as we discussed with the Hind. For the brats, we need the rocket launcher, and we need also ammo for that, because weapons in this game don't come with their own ammunition. So we're gonna go up here, then grab our final hostage. Now we're at rank 4, the maximum, and now also the resistance member that we need to call now allows us to talk to her. She's very picky. She only talks to cool guys with rank 4s. All right, that was Jennifer. And remember where I need to go. Card 6. We have it now in our last called contacts. Usually, if we didn't die here, we would tune in our frequency from 120.80 down to 120.48, which was only 32 hits down. But because I died sadly to that bulldozer, we had to go the longer way anyway. The whole spiel why we call her is basically just to set up that codec. Alright, so here comes in the big part of why we are on easy difficulty and 90%. Because we will use our friendly death barrel here. Oops, there we go. These death barrels kills instantly, just like I explained with the brother. Very friendly because on easy, if we die 6 times on a checkpoint, which is why we need to go to the elevator first and then get out, we get all our ammo full, including the rations. And that's how we get the rocket launch ammo here. If we were on Big Boss, we would need to go down all the way to the base, back to another gas room and grab it there. Thankfully here we can just kill ourselves over and over again until the game's like, okay, look, I know you're not getting past this, here's some ammo. And as you can see, max ammo on rank 4 is brilliant. We get 60 rockets, we get like 30 rations, that's more than enough to finish the game now. So now we move up here. Kill these brats, finally. They're very annoying. And get that card 7. There we go. The journalist mode. Yeah, I guess that's journalist mode if you want to call it that. For us as speedrunners, it's of course very nice because we don't need to go out of our way. Oh. Now we need to call Jennifer here. She will open the door for us. And if we were not rank 4, we could just literally not move on because this is the compass. We need that one to cross the desert. If we didn't have that, we'd be wandering around all the time. But yeah, this is basically building 2. There's not much left for us here, thankfully. Whoop, there we go. Just need to go down here. And then finally move on to the last set. And as you can see, my health is low, but this is fine. As I explained earlier, thanks to all of these resets, not only do we have full ammo, but we also have full rations. So I'm just gonna quickly go down on this elevator and heal myself. It's all good. There we go. There's more guards here, but they're fine. Now, don't go to the right side here. That is a pit on the right. It will instantly kill you. We go left. And now we do what we call the scuba skip. It's not something you actively need to do, but it's a very fascinating thing that the game comes with. In this version of the game, damage is basically not fast enough to kill you. Usually we would need to go to the third building, right at the end of the game, almost at the boss door, and move right to get the scuba gear to do this one diving section. Thankfully, if we heal ourselves to maximum on rank 4, we just have enough health to not need it. As you can see, we're almost dead, but it's fine. Thankfully, rations now are plentiful, and we can just move on. Alright, time to kill Dirty Duck. That's another boss that we need to do because he has a card that he gives away. And if you shoot any of these hostages, we instantly lose our rank 4, and that won't be in another reset. Problem is really we need that rank 4 so we have enough ammo that we can use for the final boss fight, which is the Metal Gear of this game. Again, healing myself, doing another skip, basically just being full health. And then we are finally done with the second building, moving on to the third and last one to get right to the end of the game. If you mess up in the beginning and learn this game, you will forget to heal yourself at that moment and instantly die. Always remind yourself after the swimming section, you need to heal yourself. There we go. Now that you can't pass on, we don't need to wrap over the level over and over again. We're finally able to move past these scorpions. If we were on big boss mode, we would actually need to kill all of these. The good thing is, well, we're on any percent. We can use as many rations as we want. The rank doesn't matter to us. So we'll literally just move on, despite being poisoned. We explored this wall here. None of the guards decided to stand on it for once. If you try to go for a big boss, this means you don't have, you cannot kill any of these guards. And specifically, that one situation is where guards usually stand just on the bomb and are like, well, your big boss is dead now. They didn't do this time. If I was a big boss, I would be very happy. Alright, once again, we're going all the way down here. All the way down to the secret layer of building number 3. Yeah, it's a long ride. And now we get ready for the final segment of this game. Usually we were not able to bypass these lasers. We would need to grab the box and wait inside the box for the cameras to move past us. Thankfully, in this PS2 version, many things have been changed just enough, so many of these situations are easy. That right door is where the scuba gear would have been. So imagine you would be going all the way back there. What a lot of time waste that would be. There's another instant death pit. Thankfully, I know exactly where I need to walk to not walk right in there. And then we just move on. So be aware, if you are sensitive to flashing lights, this will flash now. If we were on the regular game, we would need to shoot out that electric panel. Again, thankfully, we don't need to. And there we go. This is the Metal Gear of this game, the TX-55. The real Dr. Matner would have told us how to kill this boss. Basically, we just need to explode his legs. The legs are... Oops. The legs are the situation where his weak spots are. And we need to destroy them basically in a very specific order. So, get ready. This is for the test. And the order is right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, right. There we go. And the last two. And there we go. Walk already over to the left side here. Oops. Get ready to have my rocket launcher on. That is the Metal Gear. Thank you so much. Now, Outer Heaven will destroy itself, and we'll also meet our big boss, the guy that actually sent us here. Thankfully, he's not that difficult as a boss fight. Just send 4 rockets this way, and he's dead. And there we go. And now we're out of here. Time is up when we cross the last screen for these ladders. Which one of these 3 it is? I hope it's the left one. Okay, I admit this is not RNG. I know exactly which one it is. So we have one in the middle, that's the shortest one. We have the right one, that's the second shortest. And then the longest one is where it ends. And this is time. Thank you so much, RNG-A-Thon, for having me. This has been Metal Gear, the MSX version ported to Metal Gear Solid 3 for PS2. And that was 90%. If you want to learn how to run this game or any other game in the saga, of course, join us at Metal Gear speedrunners.com. We have a full wiki, we have a Discord, we teach you all of these games, even the web ones like Survive. Yes, people speedrun that. And of course, we have also many events that we do here and there, races. If you like speedrun races, that's definitely a place where you want to go. And yeah, my name has been hau5test. I run Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, Metal Gear MSX like this one, and many more games. So check me out on Twitch as well if you want to. And that has been it for me.
GG.